Hey guys, Jules here for WhatCulture.com, back again with another episode of the most insane things happening in wrestling right now. The show that does exactly what it says on the tin in the most annoying way possible. You are very, very welcome. Now, you might remember last week we tried and admittedly failed to join the Bullet Club, but I managed to track down Tama Tonga under threat of revealing some questionable footage of him practicing his motivational speaking tapes in the mirror, and I got him to graciously give us another chance, and you can find that at the end of this video. But until then, let us crack on. And apologies if I seem a little bit spacey and a bit ill, it's because I am. Anyway, let's hit that intro, and also, love you. Now, as someone who's edited videos in the past, it's an all too common thing to accidentally delete something and only realize it hours later. It happens. What is less understandable, though, is when some Burke over at TNA decided to delete 16 hours of tapings, only to find out that this was an issue when Jeff Jarrett, decided to come knocking with his legal team. Now, this all resulted from old cow jacket Jeff asking to get the master copies, only to be told that they'd been deleted in order to free up space on Anthem Wrestling systems. So in response, Team Slapnuts, aka Global Force Entertainment, slapped Impact Wrestling and Anthem Entertainment with a $4.8 million lawsuit this week. Nearly $5 million, just because some temp probably had to choose between these and a bootleg copy of, I don't know, Mortal Engines. Although, to be fair, both videos are full of laborious ancient machines, so they probably just got them confused. Look at that singer. Bang, out the park. Now, the fact that they hadn't been backed up is incredible when you consider the line of work that they're in. I mean, for Christ's sake, Phil backs up these episodes, and they're f***ing worthless. Now, one can only imagine there was a little bit of spite involved behind the deletion, as with this footage, Jeff and his new WWE buddies could have made a feature about hidden gems on the WWE network, or at least about stars who got their breaks in TNA before moving in with Vince's lot. However, there is a sheer sense of comedy to the affair, that after being such a proponent force behind getting TNA set up, that Jeff might actually be the man who puts the final nail in its coffin. It's all come full circle, it's all very zen, in a twatty kind of way. Remember last week when NXT icons Johnny Gargano, Ciampa, Aleister Black and Ricochet debuted to a crowd that sounded like they were reacting to a very boring documentary on how to dry paint through the art of not clapping? Well, the WWE were clearly more bothered about this than we originally thought, because they put out a video on their YouTube channel absolutely burying the Lafayette crowd. Now, poor old Matt McAfee was given the job to kill the town, which is a real shame because on the NXT pre-shows, he's actually all right. Not great, but he's all right. But now, because this will be most fans' first experience with the man, will instantly hate his punchable popcorn-chucking cube-like face. And while it was kind of morbidly hilarious to watch Pat borrow Triple H's shovel of the past, it stunk of ire from the company. So much so that I actually feel a duty to try and, stick up for the silent masses. Because you know what? Up until Kofi Mania, actually chanting and doing anything didn't seem to do anything for the WWE anyway. It didn't work for Dean Ambrose in 2016, it didn't work for Rusev last year, and it's only recently that Vince has been like, oh, sorry, I was just listening to this up-and-coming band, Disturbed they're called. What's the crowd talking about? Kofi? Is he still on the roster? Yeah, give him a push, yeah, why not? Who would have thought that actually listening to a crowd would actually help, eh? Anyway, it is absolutely mad to see the WWE manage to bury a city without getting a heel to do it and then have a babyface come and save the day. No, from now on, cities will potentially have to feel the burn of a social media takedown video if they don't provide the right heat. Savage. Now, this week, we were witness to a fantastic return from a man who, for some, reflected the best and worst of the WWE. A man who's often been called a company man through and through by fans, and even as a lapdog to Vince, but who is finally back. Bruce Pritchard. Sorry, did you think I was going to talk about Roman Reigns? Nah, pal, that was bloody brilliant, and it was amazing to see the fans finally react to Roman the way that Vince always wished that they would. That, I thought, was one of the most heartfelt returns in recent memory, and I am so glad that he's in remission. Bruce, on the other hand, well, that's just bloody insane. And why is that? Well, Bruce is everything that the recently departed Arn Anderson isn't. He's a yes man. And now that he's near the creative team as Vince's right-hand man once more, we are in for an interesting time when it comes to WWE storylines. In short, they stand a chance of being the most 100% rated Vince ideas since his own idea to impregnate his own daughter. And you know what? Bruce Pritchard managed to get back into the WWE good books by making sure that he never ever badmouthed the company. He claimed that there was no racist overtones to the Triple H versus Booker T bookings in 2003. He just said that Triple H was referring to ex-WCW guys. Was he really? Absolute Billy, mate. Now that is what you call, ladies and gents, as a commitment to the bit. So yeah, on the one hand, welcome back, Roman. It is great to see you, buddy. But on the other hand, welcome to creative hell. Have fun. Okay, so let's round out the show by talking about Tommy, worst custom hardcore design dreamer, who was speaking to Robbie E on his podcast about an apparently bizarre plan that the Philly native pitched to the one and only Vince McMahon. He'd allegedly gone and propositioned the walking leather sofa by stating that he was willing to cut off one or more of his fingers on a WWE pay-per-view, which is absolutely insane in its own right, but only for $1 million per finger. Now, I would honestly drop a pinky for $1 million, but apparently Vince wasn't too keen on the idea because of reasons. Maybe it's because it was too expensive. Maybe it was because he'd never bloody asked for the insane act to be performed in the first place. Or maybe it was because of the fact that Tommy Dreamer didn't need to do this sort of stuff to get over. I mean, seriously, if you look at Dreamer, even today, there stands a man whose fans would die for him, mainly because he's willing to mutilate himself for them. Yet he's not the only one with a penchant for pinkies, as last week Pac at an OTT match against Walter managed to dislocate his finger in the ring and pop the back in before carrying on. Now, not many people noticed this until the video came out later, but seriously, if you want an example of two extremely hard men who will do anything to maintain the air of illusion of wrestling, it's these two right here. They are stiff digits, if you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Tama.
You two soy boys, you guys ain't invited to the block party.
We're gonna join the Bullet Club.
Eat a whole jar of pickled eggs.
For the Bullet Club! For the Bullet Club! I don't like it.
You two soy boys. What the hell? Come on, give me a break. You have one job. That's it. Eat some eggs and one of you is a vegan? Oh, Jesus. At least, Phil, at least you touched it with your tongue. I mean, right? Oh, you guys make me sick. No guts. How you guys expect to come in the Bullet Club when you can't even eat a damn egg? Alright. You know what? Since you ain't got no guts, I'll make this easier for you guys. Why don't you guys solve something? Let's test your intelligence. Solve a Rubik's Cube. There you go. That should be easy for you, huh? I mean, you're just YouTube creators, right? I can expect no guts, but if you guys can do YouTube, there's gotta be some kind of intelligence with that, right? Come on. Solve a Rubik's Cube. And you're in Bullet Club.
Now stop! Time! Right, Phil, all we've got to do to get into the Bullet Club, sorry about that, it's almost like I'm not myself. Only thing we've got to do to get into the Bullet Club is solve this Rubik's
I'm excited.
Cube.
I'm ready. Got my t-shirt on, Bullet Club t-shirt. I'm ready to go.
We've got a Bullet Club t-shirt on.
Yeah, it's Cody.
Yeah, he's going to get pissed off about that, isn't he?
But the Elite Bullet Club's way better than the Switchblade
Yeah,
era.
I know that, but Tama Tonga's going to get all pissy about it, isn't he? Anyway, whatever. I'm going to start my challenge right now.
Yes.
Here we go. But remind me again, why do we want to join the Bullet Club?
So we've got to get to the block party. We've been banned. It's our only way to the block party.
Why do we want to go to the block party?
It's an open bar.
Oh, because we're poor and drunk, yeah. Oh, it appears I've already solved my Rubik's Cube. And maybe
really
it
quick.
dropped it on the floor a bit, but I've solved it.
I've done mine too.
You've taken all of the stickers off of it.
Yeah? All the sides are the same. That's how you solve it.
Well, I guess it's as good as anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tama's not going to notice.
Nah,
is he?
he's an idiot.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
God damn it. You had one job. Just solve the Rubik's Cube. Justin Bieber can solve a Rubik's Cube. Justin Bieber.